So, hello everyone, welcome to the show. Today, on this episode of the show, I want to talk about why I'm not going to stop talking about real estate developers. Why I'm not going to stop talking about real estate companies. And I've done different stuff about real estate developers. I do versus. I talk about projects, and I talk about the differences in projects. I talk about differences between this developer and the developer, and sometimes I'll admit that I can be like a little bit. I feel like, what's the word? Intense. And I feel like most clients will tell me, oh, thank you so very much, thank you for telling the truth about this developer, blah 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 blah. The most opposition I've faced is with other realtors. They'll tell me, oh, how are you doing this, blah 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 blah, see the way you're doing this. But I feel like most times most people don't like to say the truth, and when bad stuff happen or when the cookie crumbles, for instance, this stuff that happened in the Ikoyi stuff, I did a video very long ago, like a month or two ago, and I was saying it doesn't make sense that someone who is best friends with these developers, that his beck and call, he's coming to commission their project, and the developer of the First Call Homes was saying they went to Somolu, everything they needed he gave it to them, and I felt like that gives them undue access and the freedom to be able to flout laws, to be able to not take permissions and all of that. And after a while, every single thing I said before, I just reposted that video, and that's like my most popular video right now. And I feel like people need to say stuff if something is not happening. Like if you're not doing, maybe you're doing your marketing well or doing something that's, because for the developer it's just another unit, another property that you're selling. For you, your realtors that are complaining, it's just another 7%, 10%, 5%. But for some people, the client is their life savings, is their gratuities, their pension, is where they're going to stay for the rest of their lives. So we are here for them. We are not here. I'm not here for a developer. I'm not here for a real estate company. I'm here for the clients. And I also want to be in the position that I give you every single detail you need. I tell you my perception about this thing, that this is what I think about this project, this is what I think about this developer, and at the end of the day, you're not going to come and hold my neck when probably stuff happens and you're telling me why. Somebody hits me up and says that he's not in Lagos, he wants an investment that in 6 months will give him 100% returns. I said, no sir, I can't guarantee you that. And most people, they write it in their FAQ, 100% returns guaranteed in 1 year. And I know that some real estate developers, they just increase price across board. Maybe like at the end of year now, they increase all their portfolio by 25%, and also market forces as well. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not going to give you any guarantees that if you buy this thing, you're going to flip it in 4 months, in a year, for 100%. So when that 6 months reach and it has not been flipped, you're not going to hold me, because I told you the truth of the matter. Let the developer, carry the whole responsibility. And in my own end, I've told you all you need to know to make a wise and well thought out investment. So this is important, because at the end of the day, that 7% can choke you. After you've finished the whole money, it will just choke you, and you're just settling issues. You're going, oh, this is an allocation issue. You leave what you're supposed to do. You're fighting for the client. You're fighting for this one. You're fighting for that one. And all this will have just been avoided if you came out in the beginning and said, this is this. Because I feel like because of desperation, most people just want to cover some loose ends. And I've done that before. I wanted to sell my iPad. And when I was still in school, I was a broke college student. And it had a small crack. That was a little issue. I think I was selling it for 40k, iPad 3, and the guy took it. He didn't even notice it, but he now called me 2 days after. Like, there was a crack. I said, it's not affecting it actually. He said, I know, actually it doesn't affect this stuff, but you would have just told me. You would have just disclosed it to me. And maybe for an iPad, maybe for even an iPhone, you can. But this is, you're putting millions of naira, so you deserve to know every single detail and I'm going to keep talking about it. And I feel like I'm also carving a niche for myself, if I would say so myself, and very soon it will become mainstream, where people are breaking down developers, breaking down their project, what's the pros and the cons. Most of the videos that I did, Gracias versus Landway, they are taking off. People are actually, really, 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 really gaining a lot from it. And that's my dear friends, prospective clients and people, even my dear realtors. That's why I'll keep talking about these Lagos State developers. I feel like somebody needs to keep them in check. Somebody needs to actually talk about them. Somebody needs to actually be a voice of reason. Because then again, you don't really pay me, and if everything goes left, I feel like if anything, I know too much about the real estate industry. So even if you're not even paying me, I just know too much that I have to just talk about it. I just know too much that I have to talk about it. And down the line, I may even stop selling and just give expert opinions, that kind of thing. I'll leave it for you guys. And also, I feel like YouTube is a business. I'm here for business. YouTube is also a business, and I'm growing my YouTube channel. And the more like that I have balanced thought pieces, like even if people never buy from me, and if you notice, I even do estates that are sold out, because people want to find people that have already bought. They want to find out, oh, how about this estate? How is my estate doing? What's the status? Especially people in the diaspora. What's the status? Was this a good investment? What can I expect from this investment? So I'm giving a sort of like an update for people that have bought, whether you have bought from me or not. I feel like it's good for you to know. And I feel like maybe 40 or 50% of people have not necessarily dealt with developers, but your client or your client-to-be knows almost all these developers. So what's the use hiding the developer? People, they put their logo, I'm going to brandish it there on my channel. I don't necessarily care. I'm not trying to hide, oh, this is the developer, so you don't go directly. People already, these clients that are gonna buy, they already know about this developer, they already know about this project. But like I said in the other video, it's always good to have a community to advocate for you before you go into any project. And I would keep talking about these developers. I will keep talking about ways I feel like they can improve. Like I feel like they can improve what they do. I feel like they can improve their life, for both for themselves and also for the customer. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we are here for the customer. And I feel like if somebody's going to give you millions of naira, if somebody's going to put their trust in you, I feel like at the very least you owe them the truth. At the very least you owe them some form of you owe them that courtesy, the decency of, okay, let's update you. And even if it's not even necessarily positive, you just state it in an objective way. And these developers too, they need to state it, because at the end of the day, you see people after paying, they now run into roadblocks at the end of the day. Oh, this, that. It's not fair. That's something that's not fair. So here's to talking about these developers more. The ones that are doing well, and like if there's a project or there's something that they do well, I'll always talk about it. The Eco Atlantic stuff that Landway is doing at Eco Atlantic here, their high rise, we talked about it, and we're not really selling it. So if their stuff they are doing that shady, we're going to talk about it. And I said, look at developers. I used to look at reputable developers as, oh, this developer can never do wrong. But I'm past that. I feel like every developer should be looked at through the lens of each individual project. I don't care about your name. I just care about what is this project that you're doing. What is the what's the title? What is the projection of this location? We look at it on a per case basis. Gone are the days when you say, oh, is this developer, let's go and sleep. That should be looked at intricately. So thank you so very much for watching. This is the Ownahome.ng TV show. We believe that owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. So we're committed to giving you the very best property recommendations and insider real estate. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, kindly subscribe, kindly share. See you in the next video. Bye bye.